Hi everyone, welcome to SlimChat 74. Getting really good at this numbers thing, aren't I? I am cheating though, at least. I'm getting on and having a look before I start so I'll get the number right. Seems to be the only way that I can do it. And there are going to be times I forget, so. Well, yesterday we went out for a meal and I did have a chicken and ham pie, but it was with real potato, real vegetables, you know, not frozen. So and the actual slices you get are quite small. So, and I gave Gary some. So really, I didn't have a great deal over the top, although I did have a Bakewell, a little Bakewell tart thing about this big, and a little banana cake muffin that I made. So, but those are all the sins that I had, because other than that, I had for evening time a Slimming World lasagna, which are free. You know, when I say free, I mean sin free. So I guess I did have sins, but I don't think I really had too many. When there's a few people saying to me they hate the word sin, but it's what they call them. It's just their version. If you're doing Weight Watchers, they call them points, but I guess Slimming World couldn't use word points because it looked like they were copying, so they call it sins, SYNS, sins. Just their word for it. But you're allowed a given amount, you know, and then you go over that at your peril. So it seems like ages ago. Oh, excuse me, it's because I got up really early. Oh. And I couldn't get back off to sleep, but I went to bed really early. And that's it, up. Do you know, I was just saying actually in a text that me crashing out for 8 hours or more is such a distant memory now. It used to be that I would sleep that way all the time. Those were the days. I just don't understand it. I can go to bed early, I can have a nice quiet house, and yet it's my eyes, bing, they're awake. And usually it's because you think, oh, you need to go to the loo now. But I don't understand me, really. I love sleep. Just go back to sleep. But it doesn't always work. Doesn't always work. Annoying, isn't it? Oh, people say that as they got older, that happened. And it's very annoying. Anyway, so yeah, it seems ages ago that I was in that kind of, not routine, because I hate the word routine, but in the zone to make overnight oats and have them in the morning. I haven't done any for a while, but that's because of the kitchen in disarray more than anything. And now we have Paul with us. I suppose we could still do it, but and I should have done it last night because we have no cheese, and so I can't do a cheese toastie, but I can do something else, really. But the oats fill us up better, and they're kind of nice to start the day. So I really wish that I had done it now, but I don't even, because it's such an upheaval to find stuff now. That's the problem. I know I've got to go out and hunt down a new pack of oats, because I have got some just in a box somewhere, but they're not in the kitchen, so I have to go find them. And Gary bought me some dates. He wants me to make those date square flapjack things I made before, and I do have a tutorial for those on this channel. No, on my Crochet Rocks channel, because they're not slimming. So I don't know why he wants me to make them, because they're not slimming. I guess he feels like, you know, he does quite a lot. I mean, he's doing so well, really, so much better than I am. And well, that's to be expected anyway, really. But I guess he feels like it doesn't matter as a one-off here and there. Plus, I know Paul will like them, and I think he wants to take them to work as well. So, give a couple of people, because he took my banana muffins. I've not been able to make a banana cake because I don't know if they got thrown out, but my loaf tins disappeared. I've now bought a new one, but I did have some little muffin tins. You know, they're not tins, but they were metallic on the inside, and they had llamas on the outside. Gemma bought them for me ages ago. So I had those, and I've actually run out now. The last time I made them, filled up the muffin tin, and that was it. There was no more. So I just made those and threw the last little bit of mixture out because I couldn't make anything with it. And so I knew I didn't have any more. So I thought if I buy a loaf tin, that'll be okay. But it was only because I had these bananas that really, really needed using that I made it. So it wasn't strictly speaking Slimming World. Although, you know, you're allowed to have little bits of cake or whatever as long as you've seen it. So as long as you count it, for those of you who don't know the word sin. But, I hurt myself yesterday. I actually managed, I don't know if you can see it, to, oops, bashed it with I got a cut down here. And it's hard to show you that part of me. It doesn't really want to bend that way. But it's, God, it's sore. Why are little tiny things really, really mega sore? Megasaurus. And I did it on a brick because the other day it was so windy that the bin kept blowing and finding its way into the centre of the road. And there was this boulder, which was a lump of kind of concrete road that had broken off, but it was a big slab of this concrete. And so Gary picked this up, put it on the bin. So I wanted to throw something in the bin yesterday, and I'd shut the door, and it was as we were leaving, and he said, just take it back and we'll do it when we get back. And I looked and I thought, but the door's locked now. So I just thought, no, I'll move this boulder. And it just cut me. And it was bleeding, and I thought, oh no. So I'm trying to stop the bleeding on the way to the hospital. And I thought, don't want to get blood on my crochet, so better stop by the time I get there. But it did, thank goodness. But it's everything I touch has salt in it or something. It stings as soon as I touch it. Madness. And I keep playing with it. And but I've been really trying to moisturise my hands anyway, because it's all the sanitising, and this bit here is the worst part now. It's like a little patch of rough skin, and I have it on this hand, and there. So that's another reason, I guess, why that cracked so easy, because of it. It's not deep. It does get that way, but I've been using that Pedi on it and moisturising it a lot. And it's annoying that whenever I go into a shop, I sanitise my hands when I leave. And then I went into another place and they said, you have to use the sanitizer before you come in. And so I said, I have literally just done it. And they said, you have to use it if you want to come in. So I thought, just done it. And I'm trying to not overdo it because of what it's doing to my hands. But I had no choice because they wouldn't have let me in. I can understand it in a way, but at the same time, it's not doing me any favours. When the whole thing first kicked off, I used to wear gloves, the blue ones. I was just that paranoid about touching stuff. And there was all these tales at the time, it lives on produce, and if on the shopping, it'll be on the things you buy, it'll be on everything. So I started to wear gloves, and before I would get in the car, I'd sanitise my gloves so I didn't touch anything and contaminate everything. It was just complete and utter, not paranoia, but overkill of sanitising. And that is what's done it. The overkill. Dried out hands completely. It's not good. But I know it's necessary to a certain extent, but I don't know what to do about them. I've always had good hands, soft hands and flat, good skin on them. They don't wrinkle. Got quite. Someone said to me, "You've got young hands." I thought, thank you so much. Shame about the rest of me. But yeah, so I've always tried to keep them looking nice, so that they're not rough but now it's just a fight and a losing battle, really, even though I've got my little regime that I've put on Rocksteady about how to And it has worked, don't get me wrong, that has really worked, because this was bad and this was worse, and it's gone. This side, it's actually just gone. This bit here, if I do too much sanitising, does flare up, but I think it's because when you dry your hands, this bit kind of stays a little moist. I'm sorry if you don't like the word moist. A lot of people don't. It's funny how people fixate on a word, isn't it? I don't like that word. For me, it's shaft, and I have to keep saying it on hooks because there's no neck. A hook neck. Yeah, so anyway, I don't like that word. And some people don't like the word moist. It's weird, isn't it? I don't know why. You wouldn't want it. It's I always say, like, you like it when it comes to cake, don't you? So, I'm a fiddler. I do apologise. I'm fiddling already. So, yeah, today I'm going to make a curry. I've got lots of chicken. Yesterday I went shopping, and Gary kept telling me, don't keep piling it in. I've filled up the freezer. There's no room. So I said, oh, we'll work it out. And I did manage to get all the stuff I wanted in the freezer, but all these chicken thighs I'd bought, they were boneless, skinless. And I said, I'll make a curry with that tomorrow. So I kept that out, and I kept one more bag, put that in the fridge, and have that tomorrow maybe. And they were fresh anyway. And I've got some chicken legs, which I'll cook. I did toy with the idea of starting a bit of keto up, just to kickstart my weight loss, and just continue not eating a high fat, continue in this vibe, but just not have any carbs, or have, you know, just good carbs. And I keep thinking about doing it, and it's all it ever happens is a thought. It doesn't come off. But I know I want to do it, really I do. But it's going to be so hard when other people in the house are doing something completely different. So I don't know. Anyway, that's it for today. So I will try and dig out the oats and get them done. And I've got to try and figure out if I've got all the ingredients Gary wants. These date squares. I'm not sure if I have, but again, that's all in the same box. It's all the stuff's in, and I haven't even got a worktop to use. It's really bad in there because everything that was in the cupboard is just out. So it's not the best of times to start baking, but never mind. I'll work it out, I guess. So thanks for watching. It's not so much a SlimChat if I'm going to be baking, but there you go. Don't have to eat them all at once, do we? And they'll be fine. So bye for now. Take care and stay safe. And you know, if you want to figure out how you can put some moisture back in your hands, I did put a little thingy over on Rocksteady. So if you want to look at that, thank you very much, and I'll speak to you soon. Bye for now, everyone. Take care.